What's going on, guys? First and foremost, I want to thank you for everybody who's been watching and tuning into me for the last couple of months and, just keeping an update to what my progress is and what's been going on. So I just want to give everybody the good news as of today. I hit my $220,000 mark in sales, and that all happened within the last 4.5 months, which is amazing. This journey for me has been an unforgettable one using Shopify, e-commerce, and it's literally changed my life. So many doors have been opened. I've met so many good people online in regards to, this business. And I've also, gained relationships overseas with actual vendors from products. And we built a personal relationship based on the orders they were getting. And now, everything's just expanding and broadening. I'm actually on the verge right now of closing my biggest deal. And I'm only expressing this because I'm going to get to it towards the back end of why I'm expressing it. But let me say what the deal is first. For those of you that have been paying attention, I've been doing e-commerce, but I got into the housing development aspect of e-commerce, which is amazing. I make about $2,800 per product. I had closed my first deal in Uruguay maybe a couple of weeks back, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they were 10 units. So, it was very, very lavish in money, but I'm actually closing a deal now in Africa. God willing, from my mouth to God's ears, it will happen. It will occur. Energy is great, but 1,000 units, okay? 1,000 units, just so you know, will make me a millionaire overnight. That's $2.8 million in profit. And again, the people that I'm dealing with, I gain these relationships on this journey on e-commerce, and I'm just blessed, man. And I'm sharing that news because it goes towards, what I want to discuss with you, okay? You never know who you're talking to, and you never know what you have on your hands until you give it 150% of your effort. You never know who you're talking to, so you always got to be in good spirits and good lighting, and just being energetic, man. And it opens up so many opportunities for you, man. And this industry, I've learned so much with that, and this is why I give all my efforts to people that I'm working with directly and personally. For those of you who've been taking my training courses, you understand that I don't just teach you e-commerce. I teach you life, man. I teach you about life and sales. We all don't understand that, our life revolves around service and sales. I don't care what business you're involved in or what it is you're currently doing. It all revolves around business, a service and sales. Okay, if you're at Starbucks right now and you work at Starbucks, what's your job, bro? If your boss comes out right now and tells you, hey, listen, today, so you keep your job and you don't get fired, you need to meet this specific quota. What's the quota? You got to sell 50 fucking cupcakes. All right. And if you don't sell the cupcakes, you're fired. So what do? You go out there, man, and you sell your ass off to make sure you can keep your job. It's just crazy that you sell for somebody else, but you're not taking those techniques and what you're learning during that time frame to utilize it for yourself. And these are the things right now where I tell people, in your current situation, you literally can learn and grasp as much knowledge as you can from your current situation and implement it into yourself. I never encourage people to just quit their job or stop what they're doing. That's not my goal. That's not my mission. What I do encourage you to do is gain as much knowledge and effort as possible. Learn from everything you have. And whoever your boss is and whatever business you're involved in, try to be around him as much as possible and try to learn how he did it. I try to tell people every time when I was in network marketing, I understood what it took for me to get wealthy in these things, for me to get successful. And it wasn't trying to sell the product. It was understanding that, the person I'm listening to talking on the stage, all I had to do was realize is how to get on stage as quick as possible and start doing what they are doing. Start talking about my product as fast as possible and become very, very good at sales. Okay, that was the key to changing my life. That was the key to changing my current situation. Was learning how to sell. Jay-Z, one of my favorite rappers of all time, right, has the best line. I'll sell ice in the winter, I'll sell fire in hell. I am a hustler, baby, I'll sell water to the whale, right? What does that mean? That means it doesn't matter what it takes. He understands what it takes, and he's willing to put the effort, 150% into it, to sell the shit out of it, right? How do you think he sells records? You got to think about this in a rap persona, right? If you're a rapper or you're an inspiring artist, not everybody's gonna like your music, and we don't care about the people that don't like it. We're only trying to find the ones that do. Okay, you have to start implementing all these things, man. I don't care where you're at your life right now, whatever point, whatever stage. If you're broke, if you have a little bit of money, if you're growing, if you're progressing, how you can always get better. Okay, and just implementing these little small details on a day-to-day routine can really amplify your life. You can amplify your current situation. You know, I was talking to one of my friends last night at the bar. I was eating at Benihana's. And, you know, he's a personal friend of mine, and we were talking about that, you know, dude, you're awesome at what you do. And he gets it. He understands that by being a better provider for service, you know, understanding that if your cup is empty, he's there right away. He says good afternoon, good evening. He's always smiling. He's energetic. That's why he makes a lot of tips. That's why he makes more tips than the average person. Okay, you know, if you're a server at a restaurant, I was talking to a server last night. You know, she knows who she is. She's over in Gainesville, Florida. We had a conversation about it last night for about 20 minutes. And I enlightened her life, understanding that, listen, she works at Longhorn right now, but she can really gain more tips. You can make an extra $25 to $50 a night just being energetic, smiling, you know, trying to ask somebody how their day was. You know, learn these tips, man. They're very, very important, man. And I've utilized them even when I was a barber. And people used to ask me, like, Rudy, what's the difference? Why do you charge 50 bucks and this guy charges $10? I say, first and foremost, if you want to pay the 10 bucks, go ahead and sit with him. The reason why I charge 50 bucks is because I am Rudy. I have a value to myself, right? I value myself. I value my conversation with people. I value, you know, my energy that I bring to them, you know, and it was never really about the haircut. Because like I said, a lot of barbers can cut good hair, but if they don't know how to hold a fucking conversation, it doesn't matter. It was a boring haircut, and I don't ever want to sit in your chair again. I don't care what you charge me, right? So you have to learn how to combine these things, man, and just be that person. That person that everybody wants to go to, that person that everybody wants to talk to, you know, be energetic, man. I said it in my energy video in the truck moving down to Miami, man. So, you know, all these things have really taken a toll in my life. And the best reason why I'm blessed, that's Bambi in the back, by the way. Bambi, you're in the video. Say hi. You know, all these things that are happening to me right now, I'm not surprised that they're happening. It's all just taking its course. Remember, success does not happen overnight. It's time building, right? You have to build. You have to build and crunch together. Think about it as a form of a high rise, right? The building did not start at the top. It starts from the bottom. You need to build yourself up and become the tallest building in your surrounding, okay? I want to be the highest skyscraper possible, you know, and I'm talking about personality and everything and anything I do, you know? So all these things, man, like I keep saying, I'm blessed. I appreciate you guys for, you know, reaching out. I haven't done a video in a little while. You know, again, e-commerce, man. If you guys are not doing e-commerce, you know, it's easy. It's easy to be done. You're selling products to the world, man, without even seeing the product. You get to live good. You buy the things that you want to buy, but better, most importantly, you get to start giving your family what they deserve and what you want to give them. You know, you have to learn how to start saying no to people until you can say yes. You know, you have to become selfish at one point in life and understand you have to get better in order to make others better. And that's just the reality of the situation. You know, and another thing, man, a lot of people in your life are gonna reject your ideas and your visions. You know, they're not gonna agree with you because they're living in an average state of mind. So understand, we're losing people as we are progressing, but there's only one reason why we're losing them. We're losing them because we're moving too fucking fast for them. So we need to separate ourselves from that circle. My progress is going at a speed of light right now, which is amazing, and I'm blessed, right? And I don't care who I lose in the process. You understand what I'm saying? Because my success is the most important thing in my life right now. Because by the time I'm done, I need to be done. And I need to know that my kids, when I'm 40-something years old, are relaxing, right? You got to also expand the brain and think about futuristic, right? Let's think about it, man. People can't even see that far. I was having this conversation last night too. You know, 5 years from now, where do you want to be? You ask your personal friends or your family these questions, they don't even know how to fucking answer you, bro. And then it just becomes one of those situations where it becomes boring. It becomes boring, bro. If I can't talk to you about 5 years from now or build with you and talk about taking over the world 5 years from now, I don't really want to have a conversation. You know, but let's go further. Let's think about, I'm 33, right? I think about when I'm 35, I'll be a millionaire. I think about when I'm 40 years old, man, how interesting I'm going to be. I'm going to have more gray hair. I'm going to be super interesting to the world and anybody I talk to because of my experiences, my risks, my loss in business, my gains in business. You know, I'm going to be very interesting. Let's go further. By the time I'm 50 years old, I will be loaded and I have relaxed for 10 years, vacationing, taking my kids here, doing what I want to do. I learned how to work less and make more. That was the biggest obstacle for me to climb because people, they trade their time for financial gains, bro. I did some math yesterday. If you make $10 a fucking hour and you work 8 hours a day, you're making $80 a day. That's nothing. I spend that when I walk out the door for breakfast. It's crazy. I could never even imagine having to live on such a budget. You know, so I made sure I put the effort to do what I had to do. So let's go back to when you're 50, bro, and you're retired and your $3,000 a month pension doesn't catch up, right? And what do you have to do? You have to go cut grass. And that's if you're lucky to get a pension. Because some people don't, bro, and they're working their ass off during their 40s, their 50s, and their 60s, and they're normally dying before their 70s, which is a proven statistic right now because of stress, all right? So this is 12 minutes right now of a strong-ass video. I hope you guys appreciate it. You know, like, comment, and share. You can reach out to me on my personal DM. My name's Rudy Ortiz, Success with Rudy, founder, developer, barbersocial.com, looklikeluxury.com. You know, I've got so many stores, vrvision.com. I can keep going, man. I learned this, man, and it's changed my life. I can change yours. Reach out to me, man. Send me a direct message and start building communication.